He was like, I tried to say what was in the hospital. He's like, I really don't give a crap.
Camera not detected.
Because he was like, you know, my wife's more important. He was like, if I have to get LMC because my wife was in the hospital, nobody called to tell me I had to get work. He said, Sunday night, whatever. He's like, and I was more worried about leaving her Sunday night when I could have arranged for somebody to be staying with her. The little lady across the street who came to stay.
Yeah, well, I would have come to stay with you too. All right, why is my camera not working on here? Where is that? Saying my camera's not detected.
Maybe you just need to come out of it and come back in.
Maybe. Camera and mic. Ask me. What? Why? All right, I may have to just go live. See, I'm live, but
turn that on. Click on it.
I did, but it says Hangouts doesn't detect a camera connected to your computer without a camera. Other participants blah, blah.
Just come out of it and go back in.
And it works fine. It's not doing it. Oh no.
What did it say when you clicked?
So here?
Yeah, now click on
this one. Okay, camera problem. No camera found. Hangouts doesn't detect a camera without a camera. That's so weird. Like I don't know. Oh wait, to go. Okay. Hello. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, you guys. Oopsie. All right, I'm gonna post it. We're live. Oh, give you a little front action there. I'm so sorry. Okay, you gonna see me okay? Hi. I'm gonna share the link, kitty wink. Let's see. I'm sorry I didn't go live a lot earlier about the time change because I totally forgot I didn't tell anybody. I
I think that's what you guys made me last week. I don't know. And I was like, wait, I didn't tell anybody else. Like, I probably should do. All right, go back to the unit page. What'd you say?
My notes.
I didn't either. I stopped. I didn't stop, but I had something come up. So I went ahead and got some anyways. So I'm just gonna run a sale on what I got. And even if you didn't take advantage of sale, you can still do something similar and do buy one, get one 50% off. That way, I mean, and if you didn't buy one, get one free, you would just lose your profit for that.
Right.
But not all of it, because with the flyer that she had, you had the massager, so you kind of made a little bit. So you can really do whatever you want with it. And I plan on kind of getting back to the groove.
My plan was to at least push it more on Friday and order for myself, but.
Yeah, it works really good. Like, I just got mine in, I'm really excited. What? It doesn't still process it. But my product replacement that I ordered the same day was shipped. I know. It can be funny. So I left several things at home, one being my agenda. So I'm going to try and remember announcements. I wish I would have taken a picture of them just to like have in my notes. Let me make sure. See, this is weird. Like, I go and try and find the post. Okay, whatever. Okay, so announcements. PCP deadlines today, but I think you guys have already done that. I think you guys were like totally on the ball, which is so exciting. I need to do that when I get home. If you have not done your PCP, that is where you can sign up your customers to receive the catalog, the spring catalog from Mary Kay. And on your InTouch, under the PCP program, I'm not sure if it's under, I think it's under Business Tools possibly, but you'll find it, Preferred Customer Program. It will actually give you the ship out date of when Mary Kay mails out oh, awesome. You're probably right, because the new products launch on the 1st. Mm-hmm. So that's probably right, and everybody can order them on the 15th, like if you were to start or did PCP. So if you did PCP last quarter, we'll get into product ordering and all that later, because I can't remember the things, because I ordered them in January. So I always forget when everybody else can order them. But get excited, because there's some awesome stuff coming. Like, I'm really excited. So for customer program, you sign them up tonight. There's some awesome images, which probably too late for me to share now, but that I saw this afternoon that you can go on Instagram and have people be like, yeah, I want to just, or you can just put people on it and surprise them. It's great. It's great. They'll get excited. Oh, free catalog. I love getting catalogs in the mail. Like I just love it. Like, I skim through and I kind of know what's out there. I love online shopping right now. Like, it's my favorite thing. So PCP is due today. There were so many other things that I forgot. Oh, the New York City contest. Okay, did you get that information? I saw Tiffany. Okay, I saw Tiffany message. That's so weird that you didn't get it. That's so crazy. I'm gonna call it.
I normally get them, but I just get that one.
That's so weird. So if you did not see the email, the company has launched a really cool contest, and I'm going to go live in our unit page sometime tomorrow or Friday to just talk a little bit more about the excitement of this. But basically, it's a really awesome way to get you to book people, like, that you're scared to talk to, or that you're just like, this is a really awesome thing. Like, the appointments that I booked today, I told them, I'm like, that was the perfect time for you to book, because Mary Kay just launched a contest where you can win a free trip to New York City, and they're so excited. And so basically, I have this on my agenda, but it's all on InTouch, like all the details, how you earn the prize, like how they judge, like what pictures. 5 people are going to win. Okay, 5. And this contest runs through the end of March. Okay, so starts now and it runs to March 31st. So much time to get so many people. Basically, they take a selfie with you or at their party or with their Mary Kay product. They use a specific hashtag and they tag you in it. and they're entered to win the contest, which is really cool. Now, you as a consultant cannot win, like, by doing that, okay? But if your customer wins, you also win the trip for 2, which is so cool. They've never done this. Like, they've never done this. They had a prize voucher for I keep saying for the Star Consultant Corner one time, but that you just earn that, like, yourself. So this is really cool. It's a really great way to engage your customers or people that haven't booked with you before. Even if you literally just have to get together and just, like, let me put this blush on you. Like, that's it. Like, it doesn't have to be like that. Or a sample of satin hands. You can take a video of it or a picture of them doing the satin hands. Like, so many ways. I've got a lot of scripts and flyers to share with you that I've been compiling, so I'll do that in the next day or 2 as well. If you did not get the email, the new director suits have launched for the 55th anniversary, and they are freaking gorgeous, okay? I always get very nervous because I get very comfortable in what I'm in, and they change it every year. But the style, the designer is Nicole Miller, okay? Yeah. That's never happened before. And they're based off the vintage Mary Kay, and they're like this pink champagne color with black lace and ruffle, but not like ruffle, like just this, like, there's 3 different jackets. There's always 3 different jackets. There's the long jacket, there's like the short one like this, and then they have a shorter one that kind of sits at like an angle. You can see them online. I've been waiting to post because I'm like, I don't know which picture I like best to post, because on the mannequins they look ugly. But on people, like the directors that were trying them on at leadership, they look so good. And so I'm excited because I'm going to order mine. And I think I'm going to pick the one with the lace, like not the ruffle, because the ruffle I think only looks good when it sits. And I don't like to wear my jacket zips all the time, and then get the black lace dress. So they're like, we have skirts and tops. Anyway, they're gorgeous. And this seminar year, I totally cannot believe I have not mentioned this, is Mary Kay's 55th anniversary year. So it is a big year, and seminar will sell out. Like, it will sell out. If you don't get your ticket and they sell out, you cannot go. It's a big year. I remember when the 50th, I wasn't in Mary Kay, but they talked about the 50th anniversary and it sold out. It was the last Pearl seminar. I think you had joined right after seminar, or right before, but it was my first one, and it was the last Pearl seminar, and it was crazy. So it's gonna be big, and I'm real excited. So if any of you guys want to debut, let's chat and pick out your suit, because it's gorgeous, so pretty. And the national suits are really gorgeous. Like, oh my god, I keep thinking they can't get any better. Like Crystal's, when she debuted, it was like purple with like all this stuff. And then this year it was black, and then, so pretty. So the new director suits are out, that's awesome. I can't think of anything else announcement-wise. We did change the time of the meeting, so we started 6:15 to 7:15, training and recognition, and then 7:30 to 8:30 facials. Which we don't have tonight, I don't think. Nobody RSVP'd, I didn't check before, but anyways. Okay, so that's what I need to pull up. Recognition.
Let me see. I'm sorry guys, I'm gonna pull up your recognition. It's so cold. Can't breathe. La da 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 da. Okay. Royal unit recognition. Let me see. I know I always try and have this pulled up ahead of time, but okay, nobody turned it in, so we'll just go from there. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So we're gonna start with bookings. Anybody have any bookings this week? I did. Yay! Today. Faces. Anybody see faces? Okay. I did pitch to the nurse. There you go. I remember when I had my surgery, like my mom had brought a Mary Kay pen or something, like a pen, and I thought the nurse had it, and she was helping me up, and she was like, I was like, are you a Mary Kay? And she's like, I was like, you trying to add a facial serum, kind of a facial? Like, I think she thought I was crazy, but I was literally trying to book appointments, because I was like, I need to work after this. Do you want to have a facial with me? And what's funny is,
my ICU nurse, who I love and remember, ended up booking a facial with Rachel as a referral. And I was there cleaning, like the old studio, I was cleaning. Not this one, but the one by Stacey's, I was cleaning. And I remember Rachel talking about her, and she just sounds very matter of fact. I was like, well, a lot of nurses are, like, they're busy, they don't have time for nothing. And she tells me she's this ICU nurse, told me her name, and it didn't even click until I saw her. And I was like, and I remember being there, Rachel was so nervous because, you know, you just never know when you're talking to somebody and you're thinking, you know, and I just was cleaning, I turned around, I was like, oh my gosh, Linda, or I don't know what her name was, and I was like, so I kind of like broke the ice and like talked to her a little bit, and she's like, you work here? And I was like, yeah, remember, I was doing the Mary Kay thing.
I'm trying to picture the
I was like, remember? I was like, you took care of me, and she totally remembered me, and it was just hilarious. I don't know why I was going off on that tangent, but oh yeah, pitch to the nurse. That's right. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to do for crow time. Is there anything you want to crow about, like that you're just really proud of, that you did, that you're excited about, anything? And don't think anything is too small. Yeah, Melissa didn't die, and she was trying to pitch her business in the hospital. She had an allergic reaction this past weekend. Was in the emergency room, which was crazy. Anything you want to crow about? What about your facial access? You got at least up to your schedule. So I'm gonna crow for Katie. So we sat down and did her blueprint session, and we scheduled a lead generating time for her, and she went and did it. She didn't avoid it. She went to her facial boxes out, and she did it. It was awesome. Is it too hot in here? Like, is it okay? Just
My legs are
I know. I'm weird.
my upper body's fine, but my legs are
Okay, gotcha. Sales. Did anybody have $300 or more in retail sales? No? Okay. Any share calls this week? Any team building? No. I know Jennifer was trying to book some share calls. She has some potentials in Phoenix, which is so exciting because I'd love to grow in Phoenix. Oh my gosh, adore her. Just had somebody tag me something. Okay, so I think I'm just waiting to see if my mom was like, I can't find the link. We love you. It's the same place every week. Okay, so we'll just jump right into the training. Oh yeah, we got about 45 minutes. Okay, so what I wanted to specifically talk about tonight is your why story. And you'll hear that a lot in Mary Kay, and if you don't know what that is, it's basically your why. And we always, at every single appointment, do something that we call marketing, okay? So we talk about the business opportunity, but in a way that is not sales pitchy, that is not pushy, that is inspirational. And it's not because, oh, that's just what we're trained to do. It's what Mary Kay asked of us, is to share this opportunity with other women. And she said at every facial appointment, you hear her say this in her speeches, there's always one new beauty consultant at every appointment. And that is true. There will be people that join from every appointment, or there's at least that possibility. And so I have found with our unit, I think it's a huge opportunity of growth. I know Crystal's gone over this in her boot camps and things like that, and I recently just had a chat with her about mine because it's important to be able to connect to people, and I think people have a hard time with the transition, like from facial to deals to marketing. I think it's a hard transition. It was hard for me because like you start to feel awkward, like, oh my gosh, what are they gonna think? What are they gonna do? And so my thing would be try and practice not caring about what they do or what they say or what they think, or if they give you a weird look, you have no idea what's going through their mind. And once you eventually get in this, not robotic sense, but you get this, this is what I do, this is how I do it, you'll kind of understand. And so I'm gonna kind of break down the like layout of how I do my skincare class, like that. And then I'm gonna literally go through the deals with you and then talk you through my brand new why story. So, and then I'm gonna talk you through how to make your own if we have time. And if not, then we'll just go with it. But just know I have not memorized this yet. I've been listening and listening and listening to the Vox, to the words. I typed it up. I've been practicing it. So it's not gonna sound as smooth as it would be like before, but it's gonna be impactful. Like when Crystal helped me create this, like I was listening to her speak it and I was like crying. And if your story doesn't make you feel something, then you need to change it, or you not change it, you need to do something. Because if you're not passionate about what you're doing or feeling that excitement, nobody else is gonna feel that. And they're gonna be like, I don't care. Okay? So when I go through my skin class, first thing I do is I go through an intro, just of myself, because that's what I do. And you can do this however you want. Whether it's like, hi, I'm Hope, I'm gonna be your facial consultant today. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. Some people do their why story in the beginning. Crystal doesn't. She has always done it at the end because it kind of sinks that emotional close and it helps you connect with people, because by the time you get to the end, they will have forgotten what you said at the beginning. So do my intro. Myself, talking about myself. I talk about the charitable foundation and the product facts. Okay. And then I go through the facial. So I just talk about the products. Now I have a pretty detailed outline of this. I'm going to try and repost it or tag you guys in it, and maybe even work on a new one. But the flip chart is great. The flip chart's great. But I literally have a detailed, this is what I say. And you just make it your own. Doesn't matter. So I go through the products. So I go through the top row, bottom row, whatever products are. Even if I just do top row, I just go through all the products. I use the satin lips, I do foundation, and that's when I do my referral game. So we used to do referral game while people did satin lips, because we let it sit on their lips, because we used to have a different satin lips. It was white, and you let it sit and you take it off. But when Crystal came to town, she completed everything, and while, so through foundation or CC cream, whatever you have, it's fine with either one. She did her referral game there, and then while they were playing the game, she cleaned up. So it cut her facial time in half, which is awesome. So I finish the foundation, I do my referral game, I clean up, okay? And then I say, okay, great. So we're gonna go over the deals that I have for you today. So this is me going over my marketing from start to finish, okay? There may be a portion I do not go over tonight because I need to review it more in depth, and I plan on going live for this, but so I'm gonna go over the deals I have for you today. So I'm borrowing Katie's deal sheet that she had. I created this last year. And then the starter kit on the back. This is, of course, the other starter kit, but it doesn't matter. I'm just using this for reference, okay? So at the end of the facial, you're gonna go over the deals. And so you have one of two deal sheets. You either have one that looks like similar to this, that's in your new starter kit, which is what I've been using, or you have another one that has this on the back. It doesn't matter, okay? So I'm gonna go over the deals we have for you today, and I pass them out, okay? Some of the deal sheets have the starter kit on the back. The ones that come in the new starter kit don't. That's okay. You can print them off and hand them out, and I'll talk you through how to say that. Okay, so if you look at the top, I'm gonna go over everything we did today, and I'm gonna explain to you how it works. So set one is gonna be your basic set. That's gonna be your cleanser and moisturizer. Then you can either add set 2 to make it a miracle set, or you can buy it the set by itself. That's your day and night solution, your protection. Sorry, guys. And then you can add set 3, which is your microdermabrasion and eye cream, to make an ultimate miracle set for $182, or you can buy this separately as well. Okay? Then we're gonna move to the bottom. We have your foundation set. You get your primer, your foundation of choice, and a brush. Then we have our Time Wise Repair. This is our ultimate skincare. This is like the most luxurious skincare line we carry. What you tried today was an anti-aging line, so it's preventative. This reverses what Time has already done. Okay? Then we have our satin set. On your sheet, our sheets, I think it's separated. It doesn't matter, just go for it. So we have our satin set, so you get our satin lips and our satin hands, which is a 3-step hand softening treatment. You can get that in fragrance free or white tea and citrus. You don't have to give them a lot of facts. We just want to go over it. Then we have our replenishing serum here. Then at the bottom, we have a couple of other of our skincare lines. So we have our Clear Proof Acne line. That's for extreme cases of acne. Usually clears up in about 7 days. We have a Botanicals line, which is for more, for more sensitive skin, and for those who aren't quite ready for anti-aging yet. Then we have, our travel roll-up bag. And then what I typically do is I take the travel roll-up bag and I open it, and I say, this is our travel roll-up bag. See, oh my gosh, isn't this amazing? You can twirl it, you can hang it, you can remove these pouches, they're Velcro, and look, when you open it, not everything falls out. They're also machine washable. So you get this for free when you buy the Ultimate Miracle Set. You can get it for half off when you buy the Miracle set. That's the deal I do, because I don't use the these deal sheets anymore because it has like the percentage off. With the deal sheets that come in the starter kit, there's no percentage off. Like, it is full profit. So I'm okay with giving away a free roll it back for $182 worth of skincare, okay? Because for you, the cost is only $7.50 to replace it. No, it's $35, so it's $17.50. Sorry, I missed. Sorry, $17.50. Either way, it's fine. You don't have to do that. You can make your own deal. Totally fine. So I go over the travel roll it back. Another one I do is the Skin Vigorate brush, and so I say, we also have our Skin Vigorate brush, and sometimes I have it with me, and I pick it up and I tell them about it. It removes 85% more dirt, oils, bacteria, and makeup than using your hand or a rag. It comes with 2 brush heads with batteries as well. You can get this at half off with a purchase of any one set, which is really cool. Okay, any questions on that? Okay, so then, yeah. And then there's another sheet that we have. It's pink. Anna and Rachel designed it, and that is also straight profit. It does not have a basic set. It starts with the Miracle set, and it has the starter kit on the, like when you print it, starter kit on the back. But that's not as important as what I'm going to tell you. Okay, so you explain the deals, and then you say this. So you just pretend you're looking at this stuff, okay? All right. So what's the last thing I said? Oh, also, you can get the Skin Vigorate brush at half off today when you purchase any one of these sets. And I usually am holding a set sheet and explaining as we go through it. And they will start looking on the back if you have a starter kit on the back. If you do not have a starter kit on the back, what I did is I printed off, because I'm just trying the starter kit deal sheets. What I do is I just print it off on cardstock in like shiny paper, like smaller versions of that. Okay, of the starter kit, like in the contents. And so they have one more deal for you today, okay? And this is gonna be awesome because this is like the best deal of the day. It's better than anything you saw on your deal sheet. But I just want you to know, we don't just sell bags, okay? So that's if you don't have the starter kit on the back. If you do, this is what you're gonna say. All right, so bear with me. I'm still trying to like make this sound good, but it's gonna be good. Oh, I'm just going over this, I'll go over this. I see a lot of you guys are flipping over the sheet, and I want to explain this deal on the back because obviously it's a great deal, okay? You're going to get about $400 worth of products for $100. Oh wait, no, see, I already messed up. You get about $400 worth of product and business supplies for about $100. Obviously, this is the best deal. It's better than anything on the front, but this is not just a buy a bag and get a deal, okay? We don't just sell bags. Now, I'm going to tell you guys the beginning of what I'm saying, any of you can replicate. So I'm going to type this, and I'm going to paste it in the event, okay? So that you can take this and add it to the beginning of your story, okay? Because literally this is what Crystal says, verbatim. She's the queen of sharing, so I'm going to listen to her, okay? So this is not just a buy a bag and get a deal sort of thing, okay? We don't just sell bags, all right? This is if someone wanted to be a consultant with Mary Kay Cosmetics. I always have a bunch of people asking me questions about this. How can I get the bag? How can I get the deal? So I'm going to explain it to you. And typically there are 5 most commonly asked questions that will pop into your head where you're going to end up asking me anyway. So I'm going to share that with you, and I'm going to share why I bought the bag, okay? And then I'm going to answer those 5 questions. Sound good? Okay, yes, awesome. So we're going to nod, like, where are you going with this? And so to break the ice, you're going to say, okay, so for some extra tickets, guess how long I've been in my Mary Kay business? And then you're just going to like, they're just going to shout out numbers, and they're going to be like, 15 years. You're going to be like, what? How old do I look? Or they're going to be like, 3 months. You're going to be like, no, 1 week. Like, you know, so you're just going to hand out tickets for anybody that says anything. It kind of breaks the ice. Then you go into this, okay? So nervous. I don't know why. I've been practicing this for like 2 hours, and I still haven't memorized.
Judge Freedom. Judge Freedom.
Okay, so you've done the extra tickets, if you have tickets. They guess how long you've been in your business. Okay, I started my Mary Kay business 3 years ago. At the time, I was a stay-at-home mom. My daughter was 1, and I was homeschooling my 7-year-old son. So the reason I actually decided to start Mary Kay was because it had the flexibility so I could stay home and homeschool, but have something for me too. Because to be honest, I really didn't have a lot of girlfriends. My husband's in the military, so we moved a few times. So even though I'd been here a while, I really just was not able to make any friends. So friends, fun, flexibility. Why not? So I bought the bag. Okay, this is so fun. And honestly, I was a little nervous. Okay, really honestly, I was a lot nervous because I'm naturally a more introverted person. And what's so interesting is my son, he is the complete opposite. He is so extroverted. It is like so embarrassing to go out with him sometimes because he will like talk to everybody and everybody's his best friend. And I'm just like, will you please stop talking to people? So that was me starting Mary Kay. Okay. So after I had my first facial, I really just had a lot of fun and things just kind of started taking off. Mary Kay actually started to pay for my curriculum. For my homeschooling, and curriculum could be very expensive. And so it was so exciting to me that Mary Kay was able to do that for my family. I'm talking really fast, so don't talk too fast. Okay. After my first few weeks in Mary Kay, I was seeing myself grow a lot in my confidence, and that was such a huge gift to me to have that self-growth. And after going to some meetings, because we have like weekly meetings that you can attend, some free training and stuff, I started seeing these other women, a lot of different women promote themselves in Mary Kay, and I thought, why not me? So 6 months into my business, I decided I wanted to promote myself to a top leadership position in Mary Kay, which to me just meant more freedom and financial security. Actually, no wait, not actually. What did I say? To promote myself in Mary Kay to a leadership position, and that just meant more, what did I say? Financial freedom and time, or something like that. Flexibility. Flexibility, thank you, flexibility and financial freedom. Actually, at that time, I had just been diagnosed with thyroid cancer and had to go through an intense surgery and treatment. And on top of that, yes, there's more. My marriage was completely falling apart. So, and what I'm so grateful for is that at the time, Mary Kay was my light. Mary Kay was the light, and Mary Kay gave me that confidence that I can show my children what it looks like to be strong. I was at the point where I was fighting for myself, going through treatment, fighting for my family, fighting for my marriage, and Mary Kay showed me how to be that fighter. And that I can do this on my own, that I can make money on my own, and that I can make it happen. So 1 year into my business, I was promoted to that top position in Mary Kay. I earned my first free car. And now here we are 3 years later, and I am cancer-free. And I am proud to share that my marriage to that same man is thriving. I am so grateful for my Mary Kay business because I don't know if I would be the strong woman I am today without everything Mary Kay gave me. So my business is continuing to give me self-growth, the ability to hold my head high, even in the darkest hours. And this opportunity has been there for me during so many things in the last 3 years that I am so unapologetically passionate because I know what it's done for my confidence, I know what it's done for my family, for me financially, and I know what it's done for the fun and the friends in my life when I needed fun in my life and when I needed friends in my life. So I'm not sure if any of you guys have any interest in something like this, but if you're looking for fun, if you're looking for friends, if you're looking for more financial freedom, if any of those F's fire you up, I'm telling you right now, this is the place you want to be. So I'm going to share with you the 5 most common questions that people ask me that are probably kind of popping through your head right now and people want to know. The first question is, how do you make the money? There's 2 basic ways you make money, and then you kind of go into that. So I don't want to focus on that right now because that's super easy to go through. So I want to talk to you about the story. Hi, you look so pretty. I just wanted to get through that because there were people watching online, which you think I was ignoring you. No, you're fine. So Crystal helped me create that based off of questions that she asked me. So did you think that sounded really good? I was so nervous. I was like, why am I so nervous? I know. I could tell. I was like, okay, she's engaged. And you will be able to tell those people who you're touching, okay? Because what I was finding was that I was not having a personal, connection to people when I was sharing marketing. Yeah, I had people join my team, over the past couple of months or whatever, but it was, just on the backs of the company alone. They didn't know who I was and my story and how I got through there. So, yeah, so I'm going to keep practicing this. I'm probably actually going to take it with me to some of my facials because I literally was like, this is it. Not this is how I'm going to get all these people. This is my passion because this is true. This is my story. And to read that and to kind of see where I've been in the past 3 years, like, it is emotional and it is powerful. And you don't have to have a cancer story or a divorce story or whatever story. You have your own. Whether that's nobody supported me starting my Mary Kay business, but I stayed here. Okay. Or, you know, like, I was in a car wreck and I could not move. Like, I could not move my body for 6 months, but because I could work my business online, Leah Carta, who's I don't even know, senior national, future executive national, I don't even know, executive national sales director, she got hit by a drunk driver not long after she earned her Cadillac or something. Because she had built her business, it was okay that she wasn't working for 6 months, you know? So I'm going to turn this over, and this board is going to be words and things that a why story needs, and I'm going to kind of show you how to create that. So do you understand, like, how I went from deals to the why story, like how easy that was? Okay, so last deal of the day is going to be what's on the back. I see you guys peeking at that already a little bit. It's an easy transition, okay? I turn this around. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so your why story needs several things. And if you guys think of other things, you can chop them out. So it needs a personal connection. Now, you may be sitting in a room full of college girls and they have no idea how to connect with somebody who, you know, almost got divorced or whatever. I'm still going to tell that story. What they're going to hear from that is that, ooh, strong woman, she made it happen. She went through something. Or sickness. I'm sure somebody in their family has been sick at some point. So having that personal connection, authenticity. Everything in this is completely authentic, and it's true. So not really making it all about the glitz and the glam, because I mean, that's a beautiful part of our business. I mean, it's amazing, but making it really authentic, having excitement, having passion, and something tangible. So one of the things you heard me talk about was, so 1 year into my business, I promoted myself to that top position. I earned my first free car. Now, 3 years later, I'm working towards my second free car. So they see, oh, wow, like, this is what she's doing. Now, even if you're not even close to a car, if you are facing people, if you're making sales, if you're making connections, you're doing the work to get to where you want to be, you know, and talking to those people. So having something tangible. And so Crystal asked me several questions to help me create this. That's all she did. And she created my story. And so I'm going to ask you these questions. You don't have to write your story, but this is also on Mary Kay University. It is in, actually, let me share the screen. Make sure I can share this. It's not sharing. Oh, yes, it was. Okay. So if you go to Mary Kay University and you are in step 1, you can see all the way up here, intro, explore your why, and then creating your I story. Okay. So if you haven't done that, you can print this out. Now, if you go to the next step, it's not saved. So just know that. So the first question is, what did you do before starting your Mary Kay business? I wonder if I can go to the second question. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and it even says it on here. Simply follow the prompts to create your story. When you have finished, you'll want to print it off as the system doesn't save it, and practice it so you can passionately share with others at your skincare parties. Okay, so first question, what did you do before? And if you're still doing it, that's okay. You just said before starting Mary Kay, I was a full-time nurse. I'm still a nurse, but now I'm working part-time because of my Mary Kay business. You know, whatever that is. Question 2, why did you start your Mary Kay business? It does not have to be deep. I literally just told Crystal, I wanted friends and I wanted money to keep homeschooling Aiden. And so she comes up with this beautiful line, you know? So like, that was pretty cool. So why did you start? It can be money. It could be, I wanted to earn a car. It could be, I just really wanted some friends. You know, I really enjoyed my facial. I wanted the skincare to discount. Like
That's fine. Okay, why did you start your business? What has starting your Mary Kay business allowed you to do? Now, that doesn't mean you have to sit here and write this beautiful thing, but you can write bullet points. It's allowed me to have a little bit more confidence in myself. It's allowed me to get a little less shy. Just so you know, being shy is not a cute characteristic, okay? Crystal talks about this a lot, that she used to be very shy and she's very introverted. Like, she described me to a T. She would walk into a room at a party and go in the corner because she was so nervous to talk to people. And she actually had an appointment with a life coach that told her she was being selfish. Like, being shy is not cute, it's not serving anybody, and it's not. And so being shy doesn't serve anybody. And I remember saying that to Anna, and she's like, do you want to be like that the rest of your life? Do you always want to be anxious and worried about having to talk to people? And I was like, nobody's ever put it to me that way before. I was like, no, I don't. And so there's that, what did it do for you? Or what has starting it done? And then what are you looking forward to as you build your business? The continued self-growth, or the ability to create dreams I never thought I could have, or whatever that is. And so it really gets you to think. It doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be super drawn out. It can be short and simple and to the point. It can be whatever your personality is. There's no wrong way. There's no wrong way to tell your story. There's no wrong way. And then, of course, after we complete our story, we go into like the facts about the company, which I think I'm going to do that another time. Because she has these really awesome questions, and they're not even like what I thought they were. When I looked at them, I was like, ooh, I'm going to give this more thought. Because it was great. And you don't have to spend 20 minutes talking about how you make money in Mary Kay. There's two ways. You sell the products, we get 50%, all consultants, starting level. We're not multi-level marketing, we're dual marketing. I use my hands so they see it. Because when I do multi-level marketing, I make a pyramid with my hands. So they see it. And then I say, well, dual marketing. We have direct access to the company. People used to make fun of me for talking with my hands. It's made me very successful. I grab people's attention, okay? Another way we make money is by training people. It's just like a management position. You get paid for the work your team does, but you don't take from their sales. And I do that. I don't take from their sales. They keep that. You keep the money you make that day. That's what gets people a lot of time. The charitable foundations. I mean, I really thought that was cool too. So I'll go into more detail about that in another live video. So I want you guys to take the next little bit, ask me questions, maybe start writing out your own story. Did the transition make sense? Like when you're going through the deals. So like you do your referral game, you clean up. All right, I'm gonna go over the deals we've got for you today. And then you just pass out your deals. Oh, I'm still sharing the screen. Hold on. I'm sorry. So you pass them out. If you have the deal sheet with the starter kit on the back, and you say, I see some of you already flipping it. Even if nobody's looking, it is just what you say. Because yeah, if you're in a room full of people, they're not gonna be like, no, we're not. If they are, then you just laugh and be like, I guess not. But here, now you can flip over and look. Like you just roll with it. I mean, not everything's gonna go like the script says. People are gonna say things that catch you off guard. They're gonna pull like marijuana joints out of their purse. I mean, that means some stuff, okay? But it's all in good fun, and you just go with it. Because if they feel judged by you, it's over. And we don't judge. We're just there to make people feel good. And so you go from that. You hang out the deal sheet. All right, I'm seeing that on the back. Let me tell you a little bit about this deal. Okay, it is the best deal. I don't say the word Groupon. Some people do because they instantly, I had 5 people be like, I just want the Groupon. I'm like, no. So you want to make it clear, they're not just buying the bag. They're buying a business kit. And I say that too. I'll say, this is your toolkit. This is your business kit. And all of that. And then I go into this, and then I go into the facts, which I'll go into later. So did that make sense? And just like I don't have this memorized yet, I'm gonna have it memorized because I'm gonna keep practicing it. I'm gonna have it. I'm actually thinking of making it part of my flip chart, and then just like making it smaller and just kind of glancing down and just kind of doing it myself, so they don't see it when I'm talking. So, because I don't use a flip chart right now, but I play with it while I'm talking. I just go through it.
So I want you guys to kind of just start writing your why story. And even if you don't know where you're going in your Mary Kay business, I want you to know if like, you're like, well, I don't want to promote, I'm not sure I want a team build. I still want you to share this opportunity because it's not for you to make that decision for other people. If you don't want a team build, fine, send them to me. I will gladly assign them. Okay? But even if it's not like, well, I don't want to pursue it like that, still share it, because if it wasn't shared with you, you wouldn't be here. And you would be me. And that would be really sad. But it's not for us to judge. So we just share it, and if nobody signs, great, whatever. I had something about in my head. What was I saying? Share it no matter what. Oh my gosh, it was awesome. What was it? I can't remember. Did I remember what I was talking about before I started on that one? No. Okay. So anyway, share with everybody. But your why story. Okay, so even if you are you're not quite sure about the team building thing, but you're still sharing, when you like Star Consultant, I know that's on a lot of y'all's hearts. That's a promotion. If you've never been a Star Consultant or working towards Star Consultant, it is a promotion. It's the top whatever percentage. I don't know what I posted last time, but you are promoting yourself. Being a Star Consultant means you are a certain percentage of the company that other people are not. And that is important, and it shows good things. It's a good thing. So even if it's that, like, I don't know the numbers on the unit page, but I think it's like top 8% of consultants are Star Consultants or something like that. Just like the top 6% are Red Jackets, the top 1 or 2% are directors. There's a reason for that. There's a reason. And so whatever you're working towards, even if it's like, I don't know, just a bracelet, you could say, I'm working towards earning my 3rd promotion with the company with these designer bracelets. Wear them to your appointment. They are beautiful. Fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to give you some time to just kind of sit and work on it. I'm trying to heat down so I'm a little hot because I've been talking. I'm just turning down a little bit. If you have questions, you can let me know, or if you need help like creating a sentence or something, and you can do this at home. All right. That was fun. I've been so excited to share this, like ever since she helped me create this. I'm like, that was so good. I can't wait to do it. I can't wait. Oops. Okay. How you doing? Yeah. Well, you look fabulous like you always do. Thank you. Yeah.
I was like, I hope I come here smelling like pot roast.
I would love if you came in smelling like pot roast. You know how I feel about your pot roast.
I want to come here smelling like it.
The 2 meals I remember the most after my surgery, her pot roast and Rachel's like Jack Daniel's pulled pork frozen stuff. Like, it's so good. I still have your towel in my closet. Steven's like, give this to Tiffany. It's been 3 years. So the towel you brought for something. I don't know. I'm just gonna sit down. Oh, so what everybody's doing right now is they're working on their I story. And so if you do not remember the questions that I spoke, they're on the In Touch Mary Kay University Step 1, I story. So start working on it. And I want you to send it to me either in a like picture or a Vox, like practice it. Because the reason most people don't share is because they don't do it enough to feel comfortable. And so you just need to practice it. Even if you Vox me like every day. Like I was in the car trying to practice it. I was listening to Crystal's Vox and trying to get her energy and match her this and match her that. So it's your homework for the week. Did you see the new suits? Oh my gosh, what do you like?
I want to do one day.
Commercial?
Because it's kind of hard when people try to. I know I'm not a fan, but my body type never does well with the long one.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do the long one. I didn't like how it was on anybody.
Yeah.
I like the
I think I like the one, the other one with the lace in the side, because I feel like the ruffle, like, will make your chest look really big, because it looks better.
So,
I think you would look good in
that
that.
one, the one that's open.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. So when you do your skincare parties, do you do your eye store in the beginning?
I do mine in the beginning.
In the beginning, so you do like your intro and you talk a little bit about. I've seen it done that way. I watched a video on YouTube. I was like, oh, it's interesting.
Because my eye story kind of hits every
In and out.
so I don't even like have to. I still bring up like the stuff, the Mary Kay facts, like about the
Right.
foundation and stuff, because that is part of, you know, like over time. Because I tell everybody I think this is a joke. So
Right, which I love. I think that's the best thing to say.
I
I
didn't
didn't
start.
take it seriously.
I didn't start with the intentions on this being a business for me. I literally did. I signed up because I put my foot in my mouth. I told the lady if they gave away pink Escalades, I would sign up.
I remember that.
And the lady gave me a picture of one, and I was like, crap.
I gotta do it now.
Gotta do it because this is what I told you. And so literally, I was like, I was gonna be in for 30 days, and everybody was gonna see how horrible that is. I didn't know what I was doing, and I would walk away smooth sailing. And I was like, but I've been in the business now, and I told them how many years I've been in the business, and then I told them, I was like, but these are the things that I've discovered while being in the business, and this is why I'm still here.
Yeah.
So I touch on the Mary Kay Foundation and the prizes that we get and how I can promote myself and stuff. So,
Awesome. What's on your hand?
oh, I have to go to Walmart after this. So this is my don't mess with me ring. People won't try to get on.
I love you, man. You are so awesome. Yeah. You make me laugh so hard.
I'm silly because I went in the gas station one day and this bum tried to pick me up and I was like, okay, this is where I draw the line for being hit on.
Oh my god. You make oh, look at Jennifer and her baby. I love
Happy
that.
birthday. Thank you.
She is the sweetest little thing.
So how do you feel about the new contest?
I'm very excited about it. I think it's if that doesn't motivate you to book, like what will, you know? Like it's so cool. And it's such a really cool way to approach people. Versus like, you're probably not thinking this for facial, like, hey girl, you know, where am I getaway girl? Like I love all the posts and everything everybody's doing, so I'm gonna compile some stuff and post it. I think it's really exciting. I think it's very, I told one of my girls that I booked today, I was like, hey, it's perfect timing for you to book. And Mary Kay just launched a contest to win for you to win a trip to New York City. And she's like, oh my gosh, it'd be great for my honeymoon. I'm like, well, just 2 days. But sure. I would do that.
It's free.
It's free, which is really cool. At first I was reading it wrong and because it said you cannot win. And I was like, it's not free. But I realized like as the actual when if your consumer wins, you're tagged in it, so you win as well. And so you guys get to, and you have to travel. There are certain dates you have to go on. Like it's not like you go between this time and this time. I think it's at the beginning of May, 5th and 6th, or 6th or 8th or something. Yeah, it's all on. I printed it all off, sitting on my dining room table, all the details. But that's okay. We got to talk about more important things today. I love your dress. It is so cute.
So we're graduation.
Aww. Let me tell you guys, last week when I was here, the wind was blowing so hard. I got in my car, and you know how you stick your leg out sometimes? Well, the door slammed on my leg. And it, like, I screamed. I'm surprised nobody heard me. Yeah, it did. I thought I broke my knee. Oh, I broke my knee.
Oh, Saturday, are you still going to be in stuff?
No. Well, I'll be here.
I have to go up there. Let me see if she's taking me up there doing her stuff. Because if she is, if I could look.
We got lunch tomorrow. I hope this training was super beneficial to you guys. I always appreciate when you join me live. I know that time invested from one area is time away from another. And so I just really appreciate you guys being here. If you have any questions in regards to your why story, your I story, let me know. It's something that I'm really starting to become passionate about again. And I'm excited to have you guys implement this at your facials. And I'll be posting as soon as I can the outline of the facial and kind of like the flow of how we do everything. And it'll be awesome. So you guys have a good one. Love you.